Alright, Shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom, Israel. Before we go any further within this walk and talk, I want to start this lesson off by giving all praises, honor, glory, with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaChodash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, who the people of this world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom the people of this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh, meaning He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai, which is the only begotten Son, okay, means He saves, He delivers, okay. I want to give double honors to our elder bishops and to the other apostles of great millstone, whom rule well and teach well, with much blessings and salutations going out to the hopeful elect, to Akim, wa Aqua that are tuning in, and to the men that are laboring within His truth, scattered across the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, unto you, and to your households within these evil days, these evil times which we are surely living in, man. And I didn't really have, anything to, particular, like specifically I wanted to go into, just kind of, hit the button. But what's been on my mind lately is all the tensions that's going on in the world right now, mainly with America, all right, which we know in the Bible is known as Mystery Babylon the Great, being at the forefront, or really just in the mix in between of all these tensions that's going on between these countries, these other nations, all right? So right now, you have things in the East, all right? They heating up, shit getting real, bro. In which it's always been real, But now the people are beginning to see what the prophets have been telling them. In which, that's a few. It's not the masses, all right, because we understand that the masses of the people they're being deceived, they're being lied to. All right. So they aren't going to fully see, what's going on. All right. Only those who are going to be able to understand and truly see that what's going on is the elect. All right. So honestly, I just grabbed this. I just grabbed this flow in the spirit. Stand. Counted worthy to so the book of Luke, chapter 21, and we're gonna start at, actually I'm gonna sit down. Luke chapter 21 and verse 36. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always." All right. So we should be in constant prayer, man. Constantly praying. All right. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. No matter where you at, bro. If you running errands, you at your job, you with your friends or family, you getting in your car, in which, the elders and the the bishops, the apostles always tell us, pray before you go out, before you leave your house. Pray before you get in your car, before you, go out in public, and be around these people. Or just always just pray, man. All right, because the Bible tells us about a time that is evil, and right now we're in those times. Okay, so you gotta pray for protection, man. Pray from the spirits that's out here, because there are spirits out here, man. Ephesians tell us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness. Okay, in high places, because the current the current kings of this earth right now, they're warlocks, they're sorcerers, man. So there's heavy vibrations of sorcery being pushed out here continually in Babylon the Great, man. All right, because this is the resting place, or really more so, this is the not a resting place. This is the place of the Chaldeans, man. So we gotta watch, bro, because a lot of deceit is going out too. A lot of deceit. Literally, the whole ceasefire deal. So we're gonna get into that. Cease fire between Israel and Iran. Okay, because people really thought, all right, that that the war between Israel and Iran wasn't going to Salakia isn't going to happen. But they literally told you, all right, after them, well, so-called coming to an agreement to have a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran, hours later, 6 to 8 hours later, Israel freaking bombed Iran, man, with the most rockets. All right, or if I'm wrong, and maybe they were called missiles, that they've ever done before, since the tensions between them both have started within this war. All right, I don't know why my shit tweaking. And a lot of people really thought, man, they thought like, oh man, hooray, the war is ended. All right, so now we won't be blown up. We don't have to go to war with Iran. We don't have to start World War III. Okay, and that's what they thought. All right, but really, nah, man, because the believers knew. All right, we know that these things must come to pass. All right, as it says in the book of Luke. All right, these people, they don't know. All right, because their hopes is that this place continue to be back up and running, and wickedness is to continue to be as it is right now. All right, in which the Lord not allowing that. Yahweh Shem Shai, he's not having it, man. Okay, he's fed up. Okay, the king is fed up. So thus, wow, yo, that's the Lord, bro. That's the Lord, bro. That's so crazy, bro. Salakia. I'll make my point. Wait, what you gonna say? Yeah, when is that?
It's the day from 10:30 to like 3:30. I'm finna like call her and make sure right now, but I think it is.
Yeah, I'll start with you. Salakia. But basically what just happened was some type of bug flew on my leg while I was walking. Some big bug, I don't know. It flew on the back of my calf, and as soon as I felt it, I literally just slapped it off, like not too long ago. And when I slapped it off, it flew on a tree where a lizard was at, and the lizard chomped it off as soon as it flew on that tree. So yeah, man, that's the Lord, bro. That's how about Shemal Shai, man. In which, the Lord is always showing examples, all right, and always showing us, okay, how are we gonna be in these days, bro? How we gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? How about Shemal Shai is gonna allow us to eat in these days while these people out here starving, man. Perishing and withering away from famine, bro. Okay, but let me go back to my point. Luke chapter 21 and verse 36, it says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass." Things like what, man? All right, let's see. Because here's a couple things that we hope to be found worthy to escape, because these things are going to take a lot of people, bro. All right, like the scripture says, like a thief in the night. All right, because this is what is coming, to the world, but mainly, all right, what is that saying? The focal point, the main place it's coming to is America. All right, Babylon the Great. So 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 49, it says, "I will send plagues upon thee." Where's that talking about? Lord said he's going to send plagues upon thee. But who is he talking to? He's talking about a Babylon, bro. Widowhood. Okay. And widowhood is, let's see what widowhood means. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it in the etymology. All right. Because we, as a nation of people, okay, have went through that in our land, which the Lord gave to us, the Israelites, all right, the true biblical Israelites, all right. Our land has experienced widowhood. All right, let's see. Widowhood. Let me see. State of woman. Look, widowhood. It says state of a woman who has no husband. All right, this is widowhood. Widow. The person whose spouse has died. State of person whose spouse has died. It says, "I will send plagues upon thee." Widowhood. All right, and how's that widowhood gonna come? By the way of, by the draft, man. Dang, that's the Lord. Call all y'all busting my shot. And you see that 414. Yeah, it's gonna be by that draft and this war that your president said that he has under control. Speaking of that, let's go to that real quick, man. All right. Let's see if we can find something. Because, bro, it's a lot going on. Every day, man. Every day, especially concerning this war. Look, This is from the source. I think it's like Independent. It says Iran, Israel's latest Salakia. Iran, Israel, latest. Trump compares U.S. strikes on nuclear sites to Hiroshima atomic bombing. President Donald Trump insists the U.S. attack on Iran's nuclear facilities was a success, but insisted the bombing strike obliterated Tehran's nuclear program, setting it back decades. In which, man, don't believe these devils, bro. Okay, because guess what? The people that are in the seat of power right now, the administration, your presidents, your governors, and your senates, okay, they're liars. They're deceivers, man. They're devils. Why? Because they work for the devils, man. All right, and a good point that the brothers always make is take it of it like this. All right, who pays the president? Huh? You know, because the president has a salary. He has a he gets a check as well. So you got to think about it. Who pays him? All right, which he's controlled, man. These elites, these top banking elite families, all right, which rule this current world right now, and are about to, come down with their agenda, to bring forth another, them trying to get another chance, at it to stay in rulership. These devils are the ones, all right, that are they're fucking evil, man. They're the wicked, as the Bible tells you. Okay, in their lives, they're deceivers, man. So you don't think that the president, you don't think that the people that are set up in our power or not? And right now we're at the time of Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child being exposed, starting with because the Lord is literally on Amalek ass, man. Starting with Amalek, man. All right, the Lord is on the ass. But it says President Donald Trump insists the U.S. attack on Iran nuclear facilities was a success, but insisted the bombing strike obliterated Tehran's nuclear program, setting it back decades. Speaking at the NATO summit, Trump compared the U.S. operation to Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. Those attacks on Japan killed an estimated 150,000 to 2,460 people, mostly civilians. That hit ended the war. I don't want to use an example of Hiroshima. I don't want to use an example of Nagasaki, in which what they did, that's what the U.S. did to the Japanese people over there, man, to Japan. And you crazy as heck if you think that, all right, they forgot about that. Okay, those Japanese men, Slovakia. I had to get a drink of water. Those Japanese men, they still feel some type of way. Emin still waiting to get their lick back, man. All right, which they are. All right. But, that just goes to show you the pride of this devil, though. Okay? Because he thinks that this is over. This is not over. All right? But that's good, though, that I was able to read that. But that's not what I was looking for, because it's literally so much being published. Okay. So actually, this is really right here. It says I can't find a original post because they're just publishing so much stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. Trump declares victory. Let me see if I can actually find a better article. Man, because this is let me see, sort by date. All right, this is the will of the Lord, bro. Look at all these articles, man. Trump bunker buster. It said Israel agrees to come on. Fuck it. Let's go to AI mode. So let's just read it from here. It says currently a ceasefire between Israel and Iran is in effect. This ceasefire was announced by U.S. President Donald Trump on June 24th. Wait, what's today? Today's the 25th. All right, and it says 2025, and followed days of conflict between the two. Okay, in which, let's see, literally, Iran strikes. No, Israel struck. Israel struck Iran. Ceasefire broken. Okay. Look, here it is right here. It says ceasefire appears to collapse as Israel accuses Iran of missile strike and orders retaliation. Okay. In which these are fucking devils, man. They're liars, bro. You can't believe these niggas, bro. You cannot believe these devils, bro. Because Iran already told you they don't want no damn ceasefire, bro. They want all the smoke. And truth be told, it's not what these people want, man. It's what Yahweh Shem Shai wants. All right? So ain't no peace. All right? You got to understand who you dealing with, bro, and what times we in. So 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. And ultimately, what the will of Yahweh Shem Shai is, man. Fuck what they talking about, bro. All right? Because World War III is inevitable. It's going to happen. So 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, man. Don't let nobody deceive you, man. Okay? And first, all right, this is talking about the damn devil, the deceiver, Esau, Edom. All right? These devils, man. So Rock tells you never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so does his wickedness. So hey, he's an evil, perverse person, man. Okay, and he's not gonna tell you, all right, the whole matter. He's not gonna tell you the whole matter, man. We know what the Bible says, bro. It says a little leaven leaveth the whole lump. You can't tell her, all right, because this is what these devils do. They'll tell a lie, but they'll throw a little bit of truth into it. And you can't do that. That's corrupt, bro. But this is how this devil gets down. In which really, it's gonna get to the point to where, in which really it already damn near has gotten to that point to where he's gonna come out and just blatantly just to lie and lie and lie, man. All right, until the masses of the people, you know, which they already deceived. But you know he's gonna continue to lie till he can't lie no more. You know, and then he gonna get that sword, man. That's how he does it. So 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means. So man, don't let nobody deceive you in these times, man. Either it be a friend, family, foe, brother, sister. All right. Nobody, bro. For that day shall not come. All right, meaning the returning of Yahweh Shai, man, our Lord. All right, and we get beamed out of here. We get saved out of here, bro, from that thermonuclear destruction. Okay, except they're falling away first, which the falling away has already happened. It's past tense, man. Okay, around the 70 AD when we fell away, bro. That's already happened. That was prophecy. Okay, and it says, and that man of sin be revealed. So he has to be revealed, in which he's being revealed right now. All right, these devils. All right, the small hats over there, starting with this dude knitting, not a Jew. Nahu, what the fuck? Okay, he's a devil, bro. And me and the bro was talking in the car. Me and the bro was talking in the car, and he was like, he said, yeah, bro, he definitely has to be, a part of one of those families, man. Or a part of one of those those families that come from that that hierarchy, bro. In which I believe so too. I definitely agree on what the brother said, man, because this nigga is a fucking devil, bro. This nigga is evil, man. They already trying to get this dude on war charges, okay? Because he's evil, man. All right, and he's the one that's pushing for this whole war. But that's how they do. All right, these devils, they play victim. Whole time they are the ones that are causing the problems. Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. In which in this case the whole world is waking up, man. Even the Edomites are, peon Edomites are understanding, like, all right, we're in this case, we're messed up, we're fucked up, okay, and ultimately we're about to perish due to this third world war because of these devils, man. Yeah. But it says ceasefire appears to collapse as Israel accuses Iran of missile strike and orders retaliation. So they need to retaliate, in which it probably wasn't even it probably wasn't, which I believe so, and I'm just speaking, what as a man, what I believe, man, knowing the nature of these devils, okay, I believe that there was not even a ceasefire as they said it was in the first place. Okay, but really more so, they're just playing on the masses of you people. They're playing on the masses, on the minds of you Babylonians, bro. All right? Like the scripture says, peace and safety. Okay? Because that is serious. And a lot of people are in that spirit. Because this is the spirit that this current administration is bringing, man. All right? So it says, let's go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. We're going to finish this off. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. So don't be deceived, bro. All right? You brothers and you sisters, you believers that's watching, definitely, man, stay the fuck away from, CNN, bro. All right? Or if you do be there, filter it. All right? Hop on one of these alternative news sites. Find a good source. Stick with it and, watch and as well as pray, like the book of Luke says. Okay? And, I'm saying that for myself first and foremost, because this is a heavy time of watching and preparing, because we're here, bro. Yahweh Shai is at the door. He's like also the thing the brother Tazamach said is we here, we walking, we're entering into that door of evils, man. All right, and it says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, which is the Edomites, man. Esau, Edom. All right, the self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, bro. All right, starting with the top elite banking families and this current administration that runs the United States, man. Like the bro be saying, the home of the slave in the land of the freaks. He be snapping when we say that. And it says, the son of perdition. Okay, the son of perdition, which perdition means destruction, man. So this devil is destined for destruction. Okay, and that's what he's about to bring to Babylon the Great, man. Which is ultimately, this is the Lord, man. See how about Shimon Shai doing these things, bro. So let's read a little bit of this, man. I know I'm everywhere, Salakia. But I do hope, this lesson is edifying to the Lord's sheep. I know I kind of teach, my teaching is a little bit, yeah. So it says, within a few hours of publicly agreeing to a ceasefire brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump, let's see this real quick. Trump brokers ceasefire to end 12-day war between Israel and Iran. let's get a little bit of this real quick. It says Donald Trump shocked the world on Saturday night when he authorized strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, seemingly bringing the U.S. into another Middle East war that seemed to be escalating. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Because this is prophecy, least, and scripture says this: the least of the flock shall draw the least flock. Salakia. Here it is, man. The audio Bashim outside. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Let me read it one more time though before we get that. All right, so it says Donald Trump shocked the world on Saturday night when he authorized strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. All right, and what they did that okay, in the name of Israel, backing up Israel. All right, because these are buddies, they're buddies, man. All right, and it says seemingly bringing the U.S., which is the United States, into another Middle East war that seemed to be escalating. And that brings to mind Luke 12 and 49, okay, where it says escalating, because tensions, that's that fire, bro, that's brewing up, that's that flame that's that's getting higher and higher and bigger. All right, so Jeremiah 50 and 45, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Babylon. And Babylon, all right, it's not talking about the old Babylon. This is talking about the current Babylon, which is Babylon the Great, known as Revelations. All right, so this is referring to America, man, because Babylon, mystery Babylon the Great is America, man. You guys didn't know that. Yes, this place is mystery Babylon the Great, okay, that the Bible speaks of. And it says that he have taken against Babylon and his purposes. All right, the Lord's purposes, okay? He's doing these things. Everything that's going on is because the purposes of the Lord, why he wants to do these things, in which ultimately we have the counsel, we have we understand why the Lord is doing these things, man. All right. And it says that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, with the ancient Chaldeans were warlocks and witches, man. Okay. In which they're back here today again. All right. Which are these elites, your senates, your governors. Because this whole place, America, is ran off of sorcery, man. Witchcraft, man. This shit is evil. Very, very evil, man. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And the least of the flock is Israel, all right? The nation of Israel right now, because we understand that they're having wars between Iran and Israel. And so what's going on is, Iran is, standing up. And we already know the conflict, bombing Israel, bombing the shit out of the piss out of them people, man, over there. Okay, and now they need help. All right, so who's coming to their aid? It's America. America came to the aid, man. Donald Trump, okay, issued that those missiles, hit those facilities in order to stop these Iranians from building ultimately nukes, man, from gaining nukes. In which, hey, bro, I believe I believe they already got them bitches, man. They already got them boys, man. They already got them nukes, bro. They waiting on standby. Okay, they have them. Okay, they got them. They have to, bro. Okay, an ally of Iran is Russia and China. Okay. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he will make their habitation desolate with them. Exactly, because the Lord finna smoke all that shit, man. Okay, and this is a time of war. Go to the book of Joel, chapter 3. All right. And then it says, back in this article, it says, then he shook the world again on Monday evening around 6 p.m. when he announced that Israel and Iran agreed to a complete and total ceasefire. And that's cap, bro. It's so cap because Iran literally doesn't want to have anything to do with Israel. So what they're doing is they're lying. All right. They're using their war propaganda. They're using their media to lie to the people, to lie to you Americans, man. Because right now, there's war still going on. People are still dying over there, man. Bombs are still going off to this day. Even though you out here, getting your ice cream with your bad bitch. All right. Or you at a movie. Or you working. Doing Pilates, whatever the freak. Literally, Ishmael and Elam are little Ishmael over there getting blown up out of his sleep. And now it's starting with and now it's moving to these Amalekites, man. These Amalekites getting smoked, man. They catching they ducking and dodging big ass missiles, man. About 12 feet missiles. They ducking and dodging and trying to get the fuck out of the way from these things, man, because it's war. All right. And it says approximately 6 hours from now, the announcement even caught some of the president's own top officials by surprise. The New York Times because these niggas know they lying. It's not like him. It's not like us. Yeah, nigga. On the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will not. Okay, she should have put will not, because right here, this article was published yesterday, and I'm pretty sure the article we're about to read, all right, I think this was published by the same woman, Miranda. She alright. She's great. She alright. She ain't... Yeah, all right, but the article we're about to read about her, literally, she had to make a whole nother article. All right, because ain't no peace and safety, bro. Bro. Hey, we here to tell you that, bro, World War III is about to happen. It's inevitable. Okay, thermonuclear missiles, which are being built up by not only Iran, because people are focusing on Iran right now, and because that's what's going on, but not only by Iran, but Russia, China, India, Brazil, etc., by these other nations, okay, are going to hit America, bro. This is the Lord's will, bro. This is going to happen. All right? America will be destroyed via thermonuclear war. Thermonuclear missiles. That is the great day of judgment, man. All right? And right now, we're filtering, okay, these news articles using these scriptures because these are the signs, okay, that the Lord warned us about before he makes his return. All right? So we're, here to show you and give you the warning, man. All right? That's my job. That's why I'm doing this. All right? To give the warning. As I was commanded, it was ordered, from the heavens for me to do this, and my brothers as well to do this work, man. So it says, on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will not, okay, I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran. She spoke too soon. And which, honestly, man, I'll probably read a little bit more of this. It says, I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. All right, whatever. Trump posted on Truth Social, this is a war that could have gone on for years. In which, really, man, it's not going to go on for years, man, because we don't have, okay, fucking, really, we don't have 50, we don't have 20, years in this place for real, man, and, no one knows, all right, but, when the Lord is going to make his return, but judging by the events that's going on, by the prophecies, the signs, and the charagma, which is known as the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is a CHIP, which if you take that, man, you're going to be destroyed. Don't take that thing, bro. Don't receive the mark. Don't receive the mark of the beast, bro. Don't receive the beast in his mark. Don't take that, okay? Because that has to come as well. That's going to come. That is biblical prophecy as well. That plays a major part with what's going on right now in life. really around the world concerning prophecy, man. It says, what should be called the 12-day war? Trump posted on Truth Social. This is a war that have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. And that's pride. That's pride alone. All right, because he says that it destroyed the entire Middle East. Well, where does that leave you? You think you're gonna stand, bro? The Lord says he's gonna fucking make this place a wilderness, dude. A desolate wilderness. America is gonna get the shittiest end of the stick ever, bro. It says, I don't believe they will ever be shooting at each other again. Trump told NBC after announcing the ceasefire, yeah, that's your problem. In which he don't believe that, but he's just telling you people that. Look at this devil. He's worn out, bro. This devil's worn out. And it looked like he got on a fucking mask or something. That don't even look like Trump, bro. Yeah, that's an Edomite for you, though. Let's read this article real quick. Ceasefire appears to collapse as Israel accuses Iran of missile strike and orders retaliation. And Salakia, if this is a lengthy, long lesson, man, I'm just in the spirit, bro. So, you know, I do want to say Salakia, though. But Lord willing, once again, it is edifying. So within a few hours of publicly agreeing to a ceasefire brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump, Israel has launched new strikes at Iran. Damn, what happened to that ceasefire, man? What the hell is going on? What happened to that ceasefire, man? All right, and this was published the same day. So this article, which we was reading before, was published yesterday at 3:08 in the morning, in which she came back to update it. Not even 24 hours, my guy. All right. Not even 24 hours. The ceasefire was broken. In which this devil was pointing fingers. All right. And when you point them fingers, you point that finger, you have four, really, you have four or, three, technically, fingers pointed back at you, man. But it says, ceasefire appears to collapse as Israel accuses of Iran of missile strike and orders retaliation. Within a few hours of publicly agreeing to a ceasefire brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump, Israel has launched new strikes at Iran, which it accused of breaking the peace deal. And these freaking devils, man, over there in Israel, starting with this nigga Netanyahu, not a Jew. This nigga is a liar, bro. I remember doing a lesson. I remember doing a lesson on this dude breaking the whole ceasefire deal, because this is not the first time they've did a ceasefire deal, or in which at that time I believe that Israel did accept that, in which these devils crossed them, and they started shooting more missiles, and that's just how this devil gets down. He's a liar. You can't trust him. Why do you think Iran wants to get rid of these devils? Wants to get rid of that state over there, the people over there? All right, because they've been bullying them for years, man. For years, bro. All right, and so there ain't no peace, man. These people want to get completely rid of these people, man, and rightfully so, because the Lord got smoke with these niggas too. The Lord got smoke with them, man. Really, all you nations, but hey, starting with you fucking Edomites, bro. It says the resumption of hostilities threatens to extend the conflict that Trump dubbed the 12-day war. It says Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said on Tuesday he ordered the Israel Defense Forces to respond forcefully to Iran's violation of the ceasefire with intense strikes against regime targets in the heart of Tehran. The IDF said it sounded sirens in northern Israel due to missile fire from Iran around 3:30 a.m. Israel and Iran earlier launched strikes at each other shortly before acknowledging the beginning of a ceasefire, but an Israel official told the Associated Press that 2 more missiles were detected and intercepted hours after the start of the ceasefire. So they're basically saying they snuck some missiles in there, man. It says the Israeli embassy in London published a photo purporting to show a rocket to show a rocket fired at what time you flying?
They say you have to fill out the application, and you have to get an email. So it don't make no sense for you to slide.
Oh, okay, that's cool. All right.
But that shit is going on. So fill out the application. This how the shit look.
Yeah, just send it to me, bro.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, just send it.
Right now.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, it says, during the ceasefire, adding, Iran continues to show its true nature as a terror state and a regional threat. All right. Hey. Yeah, the Lord's bringing these nations back into that spirit, man. Or especially with those Iranians. Okay. Okay, they're not playing, bro. It says, according to Iranian state media, Iran's armed forces denied Israel claims that it fired fresh missiles at Israel after the ceasefire began and leveled accusations against Israel of its own ceasefire violations, alleging 3 strikes across Iran early in the morning after the ceasefire had begun. And I believe that. Okay, I don't believe these devils, man. And you shouldn't either. All right. Iranian state media claim, citing unnamed sources, that Israel's allegation as a ceasefire violation was pretext to engage in further aggression. The report also reiterated Iranian threats that any breaches of the ceasefire by Israel or the U.S. would be met with stronger retaliation. All right. In light of the severe violation of the ceasefire carried out by Iranian regime, we will respond with force, Israel's chef of general staff Ayel Zamar said, and that's what they want to do, man. Hey, it's here, bro. Let me get this precept, bro. All right. This is what the Lord wants, man. So, you know, for all you people that thought, hey, because I had people texting me, bro. I literally had people texting me, post about the whole ceasefire between them and, commented right under it as they posting it to me, where there's no more war. We're not going no war. And I laugh at that shit, man. All right, because the counsel of the Lord is going to stand, bro. Luke 12:49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. All right, and this is Yahweh Shai. All right, this is the one you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right. He's not telling he's coming to send hugs and kisses and, warm welcomes and open-handed, open arms. That's what I meant to say. But he said, I am come to send fire on the earth. The Lord's about to send fire, bro. Okay? A cleansing, purifying agent. The Lord says he's coming to send that fire, okay, on the earth. So what's up, bro? Like, why are you Christians? Why are you pastors? Okay, and these churches lying to those people in there. Why are you telling them otherwise, man? Why are you freaking Mormons out here lying, man, to these people? Why are you false prophets out here telling these people something else elsewise, man? Why are you telling them that everything's gonna be fine? All right, why are you telling them that the MOTB is sin when it's not, bro? The MOTB, when I say MOTB, is abbreviated for the mark of the beast. All right, the mark of the beast is the RFID Marco C-hip, okay, with chip. That's what the mark of the beast is, bro. The people out here lying, they're deceiving, they playing games, bro. The Lord says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? So it's going into these tensions, man. So the Lord's like, hey, shit, how you ain't on me? I'm just getting on the fun. I'm just getting in on the fun. I'm just bringing, what y'all been putting down. I'm just bringing more. Because it's tensions, man. All right, it's talks of wars and rumors of war. As Matthew says. Actually, I'm gonna grab that, because that fire is you know, the war tensions, all right, that's going on right now between these two nations. Let's actually get that. Matthew, the water Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to do this work. You know, it's definitely a privilege to do this work, man. It's like the only thing that feels good, like that feels right. Like everything else feels like shit, man. Salaki for rambling though. Salaki. Let's see. Matthew is a good chapter just in general. This is where we're at. All right. So Matthew chapter 24 and in verse 6 it says, and ye shall hear Salakia. Damn. Matthew 24 and verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right now, man. Israel and Iran. Okay. Look, ceasefire collapses as Israel accuses Iran of missile attack. Let's see if we can get something. Ceasefire. Iran strikes Israel. All right. Ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to hold as Trump vents frustration with both sides. Nope. That's cap. Literally. How does that? See, look, listen, you see this? A comparison right now. From AP News, ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to hold as Trump vents frustration with both sides. Okay, and this is from Reuters. U.S. strikes failed to destroy Iran's nuclear site. Intelligence report says. So, hey, bro. It's over, bro. It's over for America, bro. It's over for Babylon the Great, bro. Call halal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Hakudash, man. The water Yahweh Bahasham Shai, bro. All right, you can't do nothing against this, but before it, man, you can't do nothing, man. These people really think this is gonna stop? No. It says live updates: Israel, Iran conflict. Trump on ceasefire announcement in NATO summit, which is going on right now. I'll probably watch it, Lord willing. The Lord give me the time to do that. But it says, hey. Video, see aftermath Iranian strikes on Israel building. News. In which I literally just seen an article yesterday, all right, of how the ceasefire was already broken. Let's see. Let's get it one more time. All right. Like, come on, man. New York Times. You can't, man. Because, listen, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Find something over here. Where is Reuters? Press TV. Let's see what Press TV got to say, man. Get with me. Damn. Even that. Iran's parliament approves bill to suspend cooperation with UN nuclear agencies, the United Nations. Wow. That's insane. Iran's parliament, Majlis, has approved a bill. What is that? My phone must be dirty. It looks crazy. Can't see shit. Salakia. Approve a bill to suspend Tehran's cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, following its politically motivated resolution against the Islamic Republic. The general and specific provisions of the bill to suspend cooperation with the IAEA have been approved by lawmakers, said Ala Reza Salami, a member of the parliament's presiding board, on Wednesday. According to the parliament's resolution, inspectors will not be permitted to enter Iran unless unless the security of the country nuclear facilities that of peaceful nuclear activities is guaranteed, which is subject to the approval of Iran's Supreme National Security Council. Before Wednesday voting, Iran's parliament speaker Mohammed Bakr Kalibaf denounced the IAEA for failing to condemn U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Yeah, they picking sides, man. All right, that's what's going on. All right, that's also a part of Luke 12:49. The fire, all right, meaning the tensions between these other nations. It says, bro, I'm tired of pronouncing that. The IAEA, which did not even formally condemn the attack on Iran's nuclear facilities, has put its international credibility up for sale. For this reason, the AEOI will suspend its cooperation with the agency until the security of its nuclear facilities is guaranteed. And Iran's peaceful nuclear program will proceed at an even faster pace, he stated. So they popping them bad boys out. Okay? Them nukes. Why? Let's get this real quick. And we'll probably go back to Matthew. Salakia, man. What's that? Isaiah 95 or 95? What is that? What's Isaiah 95? Oh, come on. Not this one. This is good too, man. This is good. That's good. All right, well, honestly, we might as well get it. So Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5 says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." And that's how they used to get down back then, man. All right, ancient times. All right, there used to be men on the battlefield. One army against another army. Used to come to, one field. And they used to get it in, man, with swords, knives, daggers, axes. All right, staves, arrows. All right, but this was more so up and close. Like hand to hand combat. All right, but during the, as time progressed, all right, knowledge has increased. War is not fought like that no more, man. Okay, it's now it's rockets, man. It's guns. It's tanks. It's ultimately, man, the ultimate sword, which is Salakia, which are a noose. All right, but it's just telling you, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise, they on the battlefield, you hearing the battle cry, the war cry of men, shields and swords clanking and clashing off each other, just ching ching, basically how they used to fight back then. And it says, in garments rolled in blood. Yeah, I used to get bloody, man. Used to get down. All right, you just took a enemy out. You just sliced them in this shit and blood fall on. This is just paint an image, man, for how wars used to be fought back then, how battles used to be fought back then. Okay, but it says, but this, and what's this? Okay, is referring to the current way that war is being fought. Here. Okay, this generation, really more so. World War III, man. Okay, World War III, which is in the Bible. All right, but it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right, because that's what it's used for these rockets, these missiles, and ultimately these nukes. Okay, they run off fuels. Okay, of in fire. And that's what's now being used to fight today. You're seeing how Iran and Israel are, sending missiles to each other constantly, man. Just they don't right now. It's not like they're sending people, over there. Foot soldiers right now. But that could possibly is going to escalate to that point where they are going to. But right now, you're seeing this war escalate to a point where they're using these rockets, these missiles to hit each other. These long, long range missiles. Okay, it's a word, but yes, man, that's the point. Okay, that's definitely the point. All right, so this is how this war is being fought, in which we're seeing that today. Let's also get bring forth instrument, the water. I think I spelled that bit wrong. Here it is. This is what I was looking for. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith. Oh, nah, let me reread that. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, Yahweh have created the smith that bloweth the coals. So the Lord has created the smith, which the modern day smith would be your scientist, okay, your nuclear scientists, all right, scientists and all right that are able to split atoms and no particular skills and wisdom to bring forth these weapons of mass destruction. A great example is Oppenheimer, okay, Oppenheimer, okay. You watch that movie, man, it'll show you, all right, exactly what the Lord has created, man. He's created these men, all right, and a smith is like a blacksmith, a person who creates weapons, all right, which the, blacksmith, that's you don't really see too many of those nowadays, because once again, knowledge has increased, all right, and why get a sword, or an axe or a mace when you can just use a sniper or an AR or a gun, etc., man. But let's get it again. Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, which the Lord is talking about. He's created these scientists, man, these nuclear scientists. And whereas right now, that's why you see Israel over there bombing the fuck out of Iran, and trying to get their these particular leaders, all right, because they have the knowledge on building these nukes, man. Okay, they have they're able to build these nukes, and that's what they're doing right now. All right, Iran has its smiths, man. Okay, just like China, Russia, and Babylon or America, they have their smiths as well. But the Lord said He made them. All right, and why? It says, "And that bringeth forth that instrument for His work." An instrument, man. What you do with an instrument? You're gonna use it. You're gonna use it. And that instrument is talking about those nukes, bro. Those nukes, man. Them Satan 2s, them Moab, which is the mother of all bombs. All right. These nukes, man, that are insanely, bro. The power of these things are insane. It is literally like otherworldly. Okay. It's literally like a otherworldly, man. It's like it's like a damn spirit bomb times Kamehamehas, like 50 trillion Kamehamehas, man, and in one vessel, one instrument, man. And bro, that's what's about to come to Babylon the Great, bro. 200 million of them things, man. Okay, it says, bringeth forth an instrument for His work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So these things were created to destroy, man. All right, these missiles, these nukes were created to be used and ultimately to destroy, man. All right, in which right now you got Iran telling you, man, hey, these shits, you thought you stopped something. No, man, you ain't stopped nothing. All right, because we're still building it. And at this point, we're building at a faster pace. So back to this article, it says, with the utmost skepticism, we will not be deceived by any promise, and more prepared than ever. All right, because they figured it out. Never trust thine enemy. Okay, and they don't trust these Israelis. You can't blame them. All right, and so they telling you flat up, F you. They're telling them F you, man. They don't trust nobody. Okay, but besides, those that's rocking with them, and which is Russia, man. That's that guard. It says, we will not be deceived by any promise, and more prepared than ever, with our finger on the trigger. We will respond forcibly to any aggressor. So they telling you they want all the smoke. They own that. They bought that. The speaker also stressed that Israel not only failed to stop Iran's enrichment and limit its missile program, but also suffered unprecedented damage to its military infrastructure, with cities across the occupied territories becoming unsafe in the myth of an Iron Dome shattered. Boom. Yeah, man. So, hey, this is definitely gonna, continue to escalate more and more, and bring more chaos, destruction, and death over there in the east. Really outside of Babylon and Great, all's while America is literally fucking falling, bro. Because during this whole thing, you got something called Jacob's trouble, man. You can't forget that. The Lord is working, man. How about Shemel Shai is working? What is that? Psalms 119 and 126. It is time for thee to work, O Lord, for they have made void thy laws. And that's exactly what our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, is doing. The true God of the Bible, man. The true God protector of the nation of Israel, man. That's what's going on, man. All right. It says, he further emphasized that Iran's offensive capabilities have made the occupiers restless, destroying any sense of security or hope for the future there. Hey, this is like, they don't want to talk, man. Touching on the ongoing ceasefire, he stressed that Washington saw a truce after Iran's response targeted U.S. military base in Qatar with advanced missiles. So he said, you think we ain't had them, boys? We had them. We got them. They having them, bro. They having them. Okay? Yeah. A force to be reckoned with, man. Qualabaf added that Iran has yet to use its full capabilities. So right now they're just flexing, including influence over the global energy economy. All right, this is a good read, bro. I'm not gonna cap to you. This is really good. I probably should have I maybe should have ended this and started another one. And read into this because I know a lot of Jake don't want to sit through this whole thing, man, and listen to all this. Hey, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying because it's a lot. It's literally a lot to get through. But the point is, man, hey, we here though. It's where we at, bro. War is here. Okay, and destruction is that fire is coming, man. That fire is definitely coming, bro. So let me get this. All right, you got Iran flexing. You also got America flexing, man. Let's see this. All right, because you just recently, all right, this was the cause. All right, this was the cause. This was the angel that America sent over, that Babylon sent over to Iran. Damn, there's 3 of them bad boys. What does that mean? Call y'all about Shema Shai. Damn, this dude would start doing that shit now. But it says this was the single most dangerous moment for B-2 pilots during their Iran bombing raid. The B-2 Spirit bombers that obliterated Iranian nuclear facilities, in which they didn't. They thought they did, but they did not. But the whole point is that these angels that Babylon has, that America has, okay, are able to carry nuclear missiles, man. They're able to carry nuclear, bombs within them, bro. So what they basically did was they flexed on them with these things because these things are dead. This is some serious. These ain't your standard jets, bro. These B-2 bombers, they like that. Okay, able to carry atomic bombs and nukes. All right, in which they just basically gave Iran a show of who you dealing with. But it says nuclear facilities in Operation Midnight Hammer were exposed to grave danger in the most pivotal moment during the 25-minute operation in the airspace over the Islamic Republic. The 7 stealth bombers carried 14 30,000-pound GBU 57 bunker buster bombs for more than 18 hours after they were deployed from Whiteman Air Force bases in Missouri just after midnight and crossed the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea to reach Iran. But as pilots moved to drop their explosive payloads on their Iranian nuclear sites at 6:40, in which they fucking failed, all right? They failed, all right? It says at 6:40 p.m. Saturday, the planes were at risk of losing their stealth capabilities and exposing themselves to enemy fire, the New York Times reported. But that's the whole point, man. You know, the whole point is that this war is going on. It's escalating, and all right, these nuclear missiles are being created in these facilities so that they can bring forth the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is to destroy Babylon the Great, man. So, Lord willing, you guys found some edification in it, you know, and you know, hopefully I'll come back, man. You know, bring forth, you know, some more prophecy, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory, infinite blessings to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha HaKodash. Let's say the water Yahweh Shema Shai, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Tonight's time I say Shalom, Wa Abba.